YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and I am back in Total War Warhammer. As you can see, this time, this is Altdorf, and we are back in the Empire campaign. And this one, obviously, not a live stream. I love live streaming, but the upstream bandwidth from my ISP recently has been cut down. Now, they won't admit it. Big surprise, right? But it's been cut down significantly because I've noticed all my uploads take longer, like a lot longer, and then I never used to have problems streaming. Like occasionally you get some lag or something, but not like now where I can barely get stuff to stream in HD, which is ridiculous as much as I pay for internet. But in any case, I have them working on some stuff. I'm still going to stream from time to time, and I really want to stream more often. I notice some of you are like, "Air, don't do it. I don't like the stream." Well, streaming is, people like streaming nowadays. I like streaming because it gives me a chance to talk to you all while I'm doing the game, and be able to answer questions and take feedback and all that other kind of stuff. Now that said, I also like recording like this because it's easier for me to get stuff to show you the game with the new GTX 1080 in it, showing off its full potential, which we get to see on the recording here, which I very much like. And so I'm also glad that I get to record like this so I can show you all that kind of cool stuff too. Speaking of which, before I start off each episode, I wanted to just kind of remind you all I get to do it on the stream more often. I need to do it on here, which is if you all want to know more about what I'm doing, what I'm going to be releasing, and being able to interact with me, follow me on Twitter at HeirTweets. There's a link in the description on each video, and that'll help you be able to keep up with videos and other stuff as well. Now, you don't have to, and of course, if you enjoy the videos, I've never really said this in the past because I'm not trying to pester you all, but I mean, if you enjoy it, recently I've had a ton of people subscribing, and I very much appreciate it. And if you enjoy the content, you want to see more, please do subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and just continue to help me be successful here. I appreciate all the people that watch and comment and just enjoy it in general. You all make it a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and end the turn here. We're kind of...
It is good to see our allies of the mountains.
Join the war against the Greenskins. No! I don't want any war against the Greenskins. Oh, look at that. Chaos made a mistake right there, I think. They still got to move a whole lot in one turn. Like a whole lot, considering there's forest and stuff there. They moved up to kill that vampire army, but that... Look, are they still moving around? Oh, Tempelhof sent another army up that way. So... It looks like a little chaos stack moved up on... Not a chaos stack, it's scaling. They moved up on Eilhart, and it's giving me pretty solid chances of beating them. And that's kind of weird because there's a lot of these chaos chariots. I'm not really sure where it's getting that chance from. But I'm going to go ahead and take the auto-resolve since it's favorable towards me. So I certainly don't need these guys raiding Eilhart. Hence the reason why I'm trying to be so meticulous about building defenses. There are minions of chaos and chaos stacks and stuff. Look at all those Varg. There's 3 full stacks of Varg right there. Absolutely insane how much Varg there is running around. I'm gonna try and wipe out this crap stack of scaling so that they can't do any more good. So Eilhart's working on defenses. Soon it'll have defenses, and we've got to have those pretty much anywhere. This is my struggle right now because there's so many enemies all around that I can't hardly focus on expansion or anything else just because of the constant harassment from all these minions. Look at this. We just got sieged up here. This one's going to give me the auto-resolve as well against all these stacks. That's perfect. I'm going to take that too. The reason I'm doing this, the reason I'm not fighting it, is because I'm trying to get some kind of one-up on all of these stinking stacks of chaos minions that are everywhere. I need to upgrade the defenses up there too, but honestly, I mean, that province isn't worth a whole heck of a lot to me. I'd be better off to upgrade defenses here. I was thinking about downloading the mod that gives you a little bit of extra movement when you're in your home province, which that did sound like a cool mod. By the way, Total War on their official channel just made a video highlighting some of the mods from this week, and one of the cool ones was that you can get a little mod that lets you move further when you're in your homelands to kind of represent like that you know the terrain, and it gives you the edge on enemies who right now typically will just come into your homelands, raid, and then just take off running. And the AI does a lot of that, and it kind of lets you get a little bit of an edge on them in that respect. However, keep in mind that if you come into their land, they can do the same thing. But hey, I kind of like that. I mean, it sounds like a nice little trade-off to me. Altdorf. Someone was asking me if I was going to build, like there was a special building for me to build or something. This level 5 Altdorf, the city-state. So we'll definitely be building that. There's engineers workshop. It doesn't look like there's anything else really amazing at level 5 other than the Altdorf colleges of magic and Cathedral of Sigmar and stuff like that. Maybe I was thinking of Kislev. It was in my vampire campaign where you can build that other crazy big building. There we go.
The nation calls.
Got all these guys deployed, but they're not actually gaining experience that quick. I can't catch them with Gelt. We definitely need this province defended. What is my garrison? My garrison's already pretty good. If we build that up, it'll be considerably better. So I'm going to do so. Like I said, I'm going to need all the defenses we can get at this point. Isleheart will have defenses by the end of the next turn too. And I was thinking about transferring a few of those troops over here. Oh look, Bretonia allied with the faction that was next door to me. Bretonia still won't trade with me.
I am King Leoncoeur. So, do you
King
come to
Leoncoeur?
Bretonia?
Oh, thank you, King Leon. King Leon the Gracious, the Merciful, the All-Wise, and All-Knowing, thank you. Can't believe I'm pleading with the AI to finally see them do something intelligent. So that's good. That means these guys are going to start liking me a lot more now that we're trading too, and it's got me about 500 extra income there. Which, heck yes, I'll take it. Looks like Patchy has leveled up here too. So Lord, we want to give him the extra campaign movement range, obviously, because we're busy chasing chaos everywhere. Let's go ahead and end one more turn, get a little bit of our money back. Oh, and we have offices. Let's see who else we can assign. So Gelt can actually go into one of these other offices, Winds of Magic. And then we have Reichsmarshal too. Unit experience for us. So it's nothing spectacular. We're going to put Gelt up there. And then we've got the Arch-Electors. This one gives us public order in each province, so that would be handy. Then Treasure gives me extra income from building in all provinces, which is also pretty handy. So we're going to throw him there. And we'll just go ahead and take care of those offices. There we go. With this particular guy is a Lord. Hold the line. Rally. How can we unlock Rally, but we haven't done this other stuff yet? So just at a certain level, I guess. Interesting. Oh, it's once you put a certain number of skill points. You must have to put at least 4 skill points through here before you can do something there. That makes sense. Rally gives extra leadership to my men. Pistolier Corps, missile damage for infantry units in the Lord's army. Let's do the route marcher too, just in case we need to get around faster. That guy's probably not going to be getting outside of town too much because it's a little bit dangerous up where he's at, but just trying to make sure that we kind of get a few basics there for some of my men. Look, see, Chaos is running away from me, and again with that mod, I would be able to keep up with them, whereas right now they're probably going to be able to outpace me in my own land. I do think I'm probably going to download that mod. It's save game compatible, and it kind of just makes good sense. Tempelhof has a huge army outside Wurtbad. I hope that they don't mean me ill. Ambusher discovered. Hostile hero activity. Failed the damage of building. And they are raiding in the Nordland, which is hurting my income, but at the same time, like, I can't lash out at these guys because I can't afford any other troops, really.
Fight for our nation.
Yeah, because I can't get reinforcements.
To battle. The
So
nation calls.
I can't fight them because I can't get any reinforcements, so they're going to be able to sit there and raid in my land. And there's a Varg stack out here. I mean, just the sheer number. Just look at the number of Chaos Crony stacks that are on the map. There's 3 there for scaling, 1 there. There's 1 Varg there, and I know there's at least 2 more Varg. There's a Chaos stack here, and then there's a Chaos stack that marched around me that's now headed towards some of my other land down here too. And look at that. Look how much it's staying in front of Gelt by like a good 30% of its movement points probably. And it's making for this settlement. That settlement does have defenses. It gets 4 halberds, 2 swords, 2 handgunners, a couple of outriders, and a mortar. So they can hold their own against this. They don't have a lord, which definitely stinks. But yeah, even on the march stance, I struggle to keep up with this Chaos army, but I'm going to do so. I'm going to stay right behind them. That way it'll let them know that, hey, you're not going to just walk around me and raid all my settlements, buddy. Not going to let that happen. We definitely need to get some more settlements open. The problem is defending them, so that did force the Chaos stack to flee north. And like I said, this is typical for the AI. Whenever they're weak, they will go into the max nuisance mode, which just means that they will run from you at every opportunity until they have an opening to screw you over, and then they'll take advantage of that said opening. There you go, like Varg doing what they're doing there. Let's see what kind of troops Varg has up there.
Do not displease.
They've got a couple Marauder Horsemen, some Trolls, Chaos Warhounds. I mean, it's really not the best stack. And I've got several units of halberds and swords. Yeah, it easily gives me this auto-resolve here. So let's give that Varg stack a little bit of a work over there.
Asinine mortal.
There's another Varg stack right behind them, which is Chaos Marauders with great weapons and others. And look at this too, silver chevrons, triple silver chevrons. At least we can tell that the AI is not getting cheated for, right?
Affirmative.
Wow, these guys are a freaking pest.
Very well.
I'm going to try and get up here and cut these guys off again. They are getting to be a massive nuisance. Kemperbat is well enough protected, though, that I think we can fight those guys off. Isleheart now has defenses. So what I was actually going to do was, I think I'm going to swing over here. And swing out here with Karl Franz. And I'm going to actually go ahead and start to try and give Karl this army. And then we'll use Patchy Saltbringer to colonize these settlements. You can do it with just a lord. It costs more, but then we don't have to re-recruit all those men.
This will bolster the nation.
Which is kind of a risk, honestly.
Yes. I will. Move!
There we go. And Middenheim, of course, still owned by Middenland. And I'm kind of allies with them right now, but at the same time, I want to just go ahead and see if I can get a hold of just like any territory I can at this point. Every little bit of help I can get in terms of. Wow, we can give this guy up to 9 public order in the province. Or no, that's 3. I was hoping. I thought the base level was 3, but level 3 was where it gives you +3, so my bad. But still, I mean, a little bit of extra public order coming off your lord is definitely sometimes going to be helpful. This lord can get on an Imperial Pegasus, but I mean, how useful is it for me to have the Imperial Pegasus at this point? Again, too, I don't know. Damage buildings in the Nordland, of course. Because a building behind walls gets damaged during a siege. Like a one-turn siege at that. That doesn't really make sense to me, but that's what happened. Now they're gonna... Okay, I think we may have finally caught those Chaos guys because they got bogged down in the swamp. So I'll see if I can give them a pretty fair beating at this point. Tempelhof is really working at Chaos over there, which is good for me because it's giving them something else to chew on. And it looks like the other Varg army came up there and sieged me again at Nordland. Let's see what kind of composition they have. This one, I'm not going to win an auto-resolve against. And with some of my swords decimated like that, it gives me trouble. We can hold out for a long time, though, so I'm going to go ahead and hold out. I'll just have to see what, if anything, we can do to relieve them. We might be able to take Karl Franz up there, but it's also a risk to get too far away from my homelands.
Yes.
Look at this. These guys know where they're moving. See how every turn when they move, they are just outside of my range. And now this area has such high chaos corruption that I'm suffering attrition. Because they've got agents over here and armies that are spreading chaos. Dadgummit. And I've got my own agents just absolutely... No, they're parked down here. It worked bad because I've had to have them for the public order factor.
By the comet. Yes, son of Sigmar.
So this guy increases growth.
Now?
Public order. What's public order look like? Public order appears surprisingly decent at the moment. Is there none of these guys who like
the Empire.
Deploy against chaos corruption?
Let us forge our faith.
Let's just see if deploying him up here helps. I can't actually deploy him here, unfortunately. Casualty replenishment. Okay, this one will help reduce the chaos corruption. Let's start upgrading that, because we're definitely going to have to draw down the chaos corruption in this other province. Does he also have that? Advisor. Adept. Yes. So on all my agents, I could upgrade several of these agents to help rid certain provinces of chaos corruption. Now Wurtbad is like kind of on the edge with public order. Vampiric corruption spreading in Wurtbad as well.
The nation calls.
Ugh, man, there's just a little too much to take care of, it seems.
I refuse.
Oslin has a witch hunter here. And they've deployed him, and it's certainly not helping me at all. But these chaos armies just standing around here, they're spreading chaos corruption, and so is their agent here. So I mean, if we go look at the settlement details, it'll kind of show you more of that, where it shows chaos corruption. Right now, it's actually improving a little, but it's only trending towards 38.7. My characters will help influence that a little bit. What we could look to see is the Temple of Sigmar has a research here that helps reduce chaos corruption faction-wide, so that's good to note and might be worth looking into. Speed for Empire Infantry. Upkeep. Ammunition for pistoliers, outriders, crossbowmen, handgunners. I'm not ever having issues with running out of ammunition. Global recruitment capacity. Not a whole lot here. I'm going to go ahead and just do the port research real quick because nothing else is of particular significance to me right now. I need to go ahead and spend some money putting together a second army with Franz. We're going to have like no money left, but we can't do everything with one army. It's not going to work. I would love to get some Demigrift Knights because they are just so beastly. But we can't afford the upkeep on Demigrift Knights. It's just not going to happen. What we could do, though, is maybe just get an Empire Knight. That would be helpful and cost considerably less. But it's still gonna, I mean, it's gonna put a hit on my upkeep.
Affirmative.
Let's start off by getting a few halberds. Those are going to be decent infantry at holding off large units and just holding in general. And we'll start kind of building the army of Franz up just a little bit so that we have a viable alternative to just chasing people with Gelt. Get the heck out of my provinces, please, you chaos dogs. Is that one Chaos Army recruiting in my province? It almost seems like they're growing in number. And then Tempelhof is just like, I mean, completely single-mindedly chasing. You know what we need to do? Because we're up here sieged, we should ask Middenlid to come to our aid because we can give them a war coordination target. So there, let's see if they come to my aid. They've got that war coordination target. If they'll send their army up to my aid, we can beat those guys off. And I can free my settlement up, which should give me a little bit of income back as well.
I command here.
Let's see, handgunners or crossbowmen, which one are cheaper? I can't do handgunners right now, apparently. So crossbowmen it is.
Very well.
Definitely going to need some. And then probably wouldn't...
I am Prince and
Karl Franz
Emperor.
is leveled up. He's got himself a good war horse. Let's give him the Route Master so he gets a little bit of extra campaign movement range. And I'm going to go ahead and start building the weaving house here.
The Empire.
And Patchy has already, I mean, he's already ready to go settle something else. The biggest problem we have here is public order. Chaos corruption is increasing very rapidly in this province. Let's try and find out why. Public order details, here it is. Characters and events. So it must be this character up here spreading it, or some kind of agent spreading it.
Yes, my lord.
Attack!
I'm going to try and go resettle Weissman too. Like I said, I'm going to try and get as much of this desolate land as I can. We might as well. And just see what little bit of income we can turn out of it. May help us offset our army for Franz just a little bit. And if we can get just a little bit more power built up, we're just going to put ourselves in a lot stronger position. All those chaos agents up there have to die. Like we've got to get rid of them. Tempelhof finally caught and killed that chaos army, which is great, but they're also spreading vampiric corruption in my province. Okay, it says the chaos horde is poured in, the remorseless tide scouring all in its path, yet even the most savage flood must eventually recede, leaving battered survivors to pick through the flotsam on ravaged shores. We are saved. They cry heedless of the fact that the tides are certain. In one respect, they will always rise again. So I don't know if that means that I take the public order hit. Actually, I don't get anything for doing nothing, but I miss out on some growth. And recruitment cost decrease. But I mean, I'm going to lose public order. I don't need to lose any public order in my provinces. Okay. Isleheart. Thinking we probably ought to rebuild the weaving house there, but let's wait just a second because we need to resettle this with Patchy.
For Heldenhammer!
That's gonna be step one.
A sound plan.
Okay. And let's
Bring me to
see
my
about getting Franz the last couple of units he needs to be successful. I really do want to go with the Demigryph Knights, though. I mean, they are so good. So good. They're going to kill my upkeep, but they're going to make my army so much more powerful. It gives me so much help against monsters and lords and all kinds of stuff. I'm going to just...
In the name of Magnus.
I'm going to go ahead and do it and try and get him the Demigryph Knights. Though, in order to recruit them, it takes longer. Crap, dang it.
I am Franz.
Let's just go ahead and get him the Empire Knights. We'll switch over as soon as we get a chance. Who is this? The Captain, Authoritarian, Inspirational, Defender. So this guy does not have an option to make him better with getting rid of Vampiric or Chaos Corruption, at least not down that tide. Over here he does, under the Pious. And until then, that drops recruitment cost. This one increases or decreases public order in a foreign province. That's not going to help me a lot either. But I've got to put some points here in order to finally get over to the other ones. So that's kind of what I have to do for now.
It is time. The small folk need me. Now I will
Deploy these agents. I'm going to go ahead and deploy him here at Wurtbad. Whew, Vampiric Corruption is on the rise. Chaos Corruption, not so fast, but Vampiric Corruption, Osmosis is pretty bad from the vampires in the surrounding provinces. We really need to put some pressure on the vampires, but are in no position to do so. I want to say that the Cathedral of Sigmar helps against this stuff too. But we're going to need 4 growth surplus in order to upgrade. Let's take a look at the building tree though. Wizard's Conclave, that's interesting. Cathedral or Shrine of Sigmar, there it is. Yeah, this one does reduce Vampiric and Chaos Corruption by a lot. The Shrine of Sigmar does, so that would be super helpful in these provinces that are up on our borders. So we're going to have to put a Shrine of Sigmar in just about every province. Let's take a look at that building tree again. You can put the level 1 Shrine of Sigmar in even a level 3 settlement. Going all the way up to the top really helps in terms of warding it up, but even +6 is going to be a huge difference in the Chaos Corruption. So even if we could get it in a minor settlement, that would be huge. And over here we probably could, honestly. We could dump this right here. I mean, because the casualty replenishment is probably less important. Let's dump that building and build the Shrine of Sigmar in that province.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Okay. Middenland still hasn't moved any forces to help me against Varg. So that's kind of disappointing to see that they're not responding to my plea for help on the campaign map. And they have the forces there to do it too. But yeah, they're not making any such moves. Get out of my lands, please, Templehof.
Your conquests strike fear into the hearts of your enemies.
Wow,
mighty
sweet.
lord.
We just got some much needed money
The wisest amongst them will know
for
that
having
fate
a
is
certain
on
number of
your
settlements.
side. I have foreseen it.
Why would I be at war with Karak Norn? I mean, if I have like a self-hating, like suicide objective, then I'm gonna try and be at war with Karak Norn. And the public order here is just atrocious. Taxes and corruption and difficulty level. I'm going to have to build a building to help cut down on public order. I don't have any agents to just leave standing around over there either, because I have all my agents over here fighting the vampiric corruption. The chaos corruption is trending down just a smidge, but not... Yeah, look, this chaos stack has completely...
Do not waste my potential.
Has completely built itself, up. I'm going to go out here and try and face him down and get rid of him. Want these guys out of my land, but I'm sure they'll run away. My witch hunter levels up. Okay, I'm going to put that one on him, which is going to start reducing chaos and vampiric corruption. We can put the Shrine of Sigmar here now. That's going to help a lot. And getting rid of some of the corruption will actually help the public order significantly. Both here.
To the provinces.
One more turn till we get all of his troops. How long till we run out of supplies up here? 5 turns. Okay, I think we can make it until Karl Franz can get up there to help. This campaign has been challenging, partly because I've done some stuff wrong. If I would have taken care of business better earlier in the campaign, it would have left me in a position now. Look at that. The Chaos guy is just running away from me. And that forest in my way, I won't be able to catch him. Because you know that the AI is not going to make a move unless it keeps them ahead of me, because they don't want to engage me. I'd really like to see the AI more interested in some open field battles. Look at that. Look how many Varg are up there. Recruiting circle. I'd rather have the leadership for all my...
Ready.
Yeah, we can't catch the Chaos guys. They're going to just... No. And look, they've fully recruited now too. And now what they're going to do is they're going to try and take off and stay in front of me is what they're going to try and do. I'm going to try and get ahead of them a little bit. And this will either force them to attack me or force them back this way, because if they try and march this way, I can probably catch them. Wish I could do something about the Chaos agents there right now. Unfortunately, I really can't. There's just little to be done. I could use the extra public order up there right now.
Prince and Emperor. Bring me to my men.
I'm going to run up here and try and save my settlement from the Varg. See if we can get up there and finally drive those guys off once and for all. Karaberg. Let's see. Do I currently have access to lumber? Because if not, that would be another trade resource for me that could be handy. How come it's not? Turn that crap off. I want to see... Okay. I do not have well, yeah, I do have access to lumber in Nordland, so I mean, it would give me more lumber to trade, but I'm not going to make that my priority because it's not going to be like a new trade item. Ostland has a gold mine, and it's just ruins, so if we could get strong enough to hold on to Ostland, that would be very handy. And then it would also, if we could ever secure these provinces and kind of push these guys out long enough, I could try and sack all the settlements for Varg and scaling up there in the north, and that would help me significantly. But there we go. We need to upgrade that building too. I'm gonna have to build a couple of public order buildings to try and stabilize public order in that province, but as long as I get those, you know, weavers for the extra income there too, and I'm gonna go ahead and spend the money on the extra income there, or on the extra public order. We're probably gonna end up needing it. Let's just hope we can get up there to stop the Varg. If the Varg attack me, I'm going to be in rough shape. But they seem determined not to. Oh, you Chaos scoundrels. Love the music in this game. Sometimes the music's just really good. Alright, Varg are gonna attack me. There's not gonna be much I can do to defend. But let's defend it. Just to fight a siege defense. We haven't fought one. Now, wait a minute. Okay, I was going to say, now, why isn't it a siege battle? It took a minute for this map to load. Let's just see what we can do. I don't think it's going to be much, but I'm going to try. These guys will probably have all kinds of towers and equipment. There's 2 gates for them to bust their way through. They've got freaking trolls and all kinds of silver chevron infantry. I mean, my defenses are going to help, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Not by a long shot. I can't even hardly defend the walls here.
Ready! Form a ring of steel! Form a ring of steel!
A ring of steel?
Form a ring of steel!
I don't know what you're talking about, crazy man.
Halberdiers!
I'm going to kind of spread my handgunners out a little bit over there, because there's good access to the enemy. I wish you could put your men on this side of the wall, but have them facing the other direction. It's kind of annoying that you can't. Can I get all these? Can I cram all the handgunners over there? Yes, I can. And then let's just put a unit of spearmen there. I've got great swords. Where are the toughest? Chaos Marauders are coming there. Chaos Marauders with great weapons. They've actually got their faction leader up here too. I'm going to put my long swords up there to help out.
Yes, General. Swordsman. The Empire endures.
It's going to be really hard for me to cover all my fronts.
We are ready. Spearmen. Yes, sir. Form a ring of steel.
Got plenty of spears. I have Empire Knights too. Unfortunately, they're not going to do me a lot of good. Got my my melee general.
The Empire endures.
Is there some reason why I can't put him on the wall? Oh, he's on a horse, probably. Yeah, he's on a horse. I was like, why can't I put him on the wall? Horses don't like to climb walls, I guess, there. Okay. Let's start the battle, see what we can accomplish. I was actually trying to put my crossbows over here. There we go. I just want to get as many units on the wall firing over here as I can fit. Start the battle. That way we can damage up all these units,
towards the city, Commander.
like these trolls and other stuff over here.
To stop them breaching the walls.
These guys in guard mode.
Go! Shields up!
Guard mode there. Okay, so my towers will be firing away, but I don't have like a highly upgraded settlement, so my towers, if they were really upgraded, would do horrendous amounts of damage. Now they will do some damage to the tune of being helpful, but this is gonna be a desperate scene here. See that Chaos definitely has the edge here. Them moving up all their towers again. If these were upgraded, they'd be firing like big explosive stuff and like everything you can imagine. Now over here, though, fortunately, we're gonna cause a significant amount of damage to these Chaos cavalrymen. And also to the trolls and other stuff. Now their trolls should be able to just bust down my gates, I think. But they're going to pay for it with all my skirmishers being there. We're going to have to try and focus on that guy. I wish my general could get up on the walls, but he cannot.
Swordsman! Shields up! General.
Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Are we getting any work done? Okay, the trolls are knocking down my gatehouse, but these trolls are just sitting here eating it. Oof, man. If they knock that gatehouse open, though, I am in such trouble. Okay, let's attack their leader here. And let's take these spearmen, and let's come over here and outflank these chaos units. While we focus all of our great swords on their leader there. And I just want my missile units to keep firing away at everything they can fire at over here. I wish there was murder holes or something to help me out here, but there's not. Those dang trolls are going to break through, but at least I was able to drive off these trolls with heavy losses. And then these Chaos Marauders with great weapons are also going to take heavy losses. So this is good. We'll cause as much death and despair amongst the Chaos there as we can. Their leader is losing, but it's going to take a while. These sword units can now come onto the flank over here and help these guys out. They're not threatening my gates over here, so I'm actually thinking about hauling these guys over here to help. And maybe let's bring my general over there to help out as well. Okay, good. We're damaging the crap out of all these units that are trying to come up and reinforce. Okay, their leader is over half dead from my greatswords. My greatswords are going to have a lot of fight in them. And my Empire Knights over here can help out with this as well. We just got to kind of slowly try and take some of the fight out of these chaos. It's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. I don't know what you guys are waiting to fire on, but there's a bunch of cavalry right there that really want you to shoot them. Gosh, kill their stinking leader. Kill them. Those spearmen are being overwhelmed. My Empire Knights are going to get here just in time to try and help contain this. My general is pretty damaged, so I'm going to hold him away from combat for as long as possible. We got to get in here and help out my spearmen. Got all these guys coming in. So my Empire Knights got there just in the nick of time to kind of hold the guys at that gate. My great swords now are starting to lose decisively because reinforcements got up here to help their leader. It's these stupid axe infantry. Their leader, though, I mean, he's taken some pretty significant damage. But, I mean, they're just pouring more and more infantry up here to help out. Fortunately for me, I've done horrendous amounts of damage to him with my skirmishers over here. We're at least going to make these Varg pay for this. Like, we're not going to hand them a freebie. These guys got down behind me. That's not good. Their faction leader's almost dead. Or their leader is, but he managed to live. I'm going to get a couple of my handgunners down from the walls. And try and get them down where I can start taking some shots at people. Crap. These Chaos Marauders with great weapons are right here. So now my leader's going to start eating it, but I've got to fight these guys off because they're now streaming down off the walls. They've captured that gatehouse over there, which means more of their guys can come inside. So, I mean, we've done a pretty good job here. I mean, we're doing everything we can. This other spear unit, or no, that's the original spear unit. My others are holding out there fairly well. I'm going to turn my handgunners on this fight, see if they can pick anything off. I'm going to do the same thing here to help out my... Oh, good, the enemy leader died. I don't think it's going to be enough to break the chaos here, though, unfortunately.
Fight, men! Fight for our right to live! Yes, General!
Okay, alright, stay in this fight, stay in the fight. Oh, my leader's about to eat it. That's so bad for me.
We are ready!
You guys can please start firing as fast as possible. That would be brilliant. I'm going to start losing the town center here, too, because they can get to it. My leader died. Their leader's also dead.
Sigma! Preserver!
Just not going to be able to kill all these Chaos Marauders with great weapons.
Withdraw!
These guys are getting pot shots into that fight, too.
Withdraw!
Not good. Not good. As expected, we're dying. As expected. But I feel like we made Chaos pay for this to a pretty large extent. We caused some pretty significant damage to their units. Damage will not do, but we'll come up here with Karl Franz and we'll try and get revenge for the fallen troops who defended the Nordland so valiantly. And defend it they did. Look, my crossbowmen are up on the walls now firing down into that blob as well. I mean, we're getting some work done versus this blob, but yeah, we're not getting enough work done versus this blob.
Ready to fire.
I wonder how many kills these units have. 89, 100, 42 kills with that cavalry. 30 kills on the crossbows, 56 kills on those crossbows. We're losing the town center, though my guys are still getting kills, so I'm going to let them keep getting kills.
Beware the flankers.
Golly, man. These handgunners have just been absolutely firing away. We broke a bunch of these units, but they're just coming back for seconds. I'm going to come up here and try and shoot at some of the Chaos troops that are heading towards the town center. Let's get my crossbows to fire at some more of these units that are rolling through. Let's fire at those Chaos trolls. Yeah, we're losing the town center. I'm going to come up and get my handgunners to shoot at some of these guys that are in the town center. It's going to be a little bit too little, too late, but again, I'm not giving up. We're going to keep shooting until the last man routs or until we lose the town center. I'm going to kill as many of these Chaos scoundrels as I can kill. I'm out of ammo with one of my crossbow units and with this handgunner unit. So no ammo. Into melee, men. Into melee. Aw, crap. These Chaos Hounds. No, they're actually routing. They're shattered. We've shattered a pretty fair number of Chaos units here. This unit still has a pretty decent amount of ammo, too. I'm going to line it up here and just start firing. A lot of these Chaos units are wavering. We're never going to be able to do enough damage to get army losses, unfortunately, but we can maybe come down here and contest the town center. Let's bring those halberdiers down.
The enemy have captured the city center, Commander.
I'm working on it.
Take it quickly before the entire
Oh
settlement
crap,
falls.
that Chaos Troll. Oh, it's broken. Never mind. Chase him. Let's bring these guys around here. That way my handgunners can just keep firing from this side. Stupid Chaos Chariot. Let's bring our Chaos Knight, or let's bring our Knights that way. We got a Spearman, let's bring it this way. Stupid chariots are never gonna die. They're just gonna roll around. Doing my best to try and fight back to the town center, though it's not gonna happen. I'll try and keep those chariots busy with one unit while I move this one up to keep shooting. Did I lose one of my knights? I did. I can't even seem to pull down this Chaos Chariot over here. Yeah, we're going to lose in 30 seconds, if not before then, due to army losses. But I tell you what, man, we gave these Chaos guys a run for their money here. We gave them a pretty fair run for their money. Get the heck off my screen, dummy. Stupid Chaos Chariots.
Spearmen. Understood.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they're going to finish the battle with right there, which, considering they came in with 2 stacks against what I had, I mean, I feel like I tried. Should have tried to go retake the town center a little bit quicker, but we made them pay for that. They lost over 1,000 men. And I've got Karl Franz moving into the area, and them having lost that many men, now they'll probably start regaining some because they'll probably completely destroy that settlement now. Yep, they razed it to the ground as expected. 4 Varg stacks right there. No, 5 Varg stacks. 5. And they have how many provinces on the campaign map? So I don't mind the way this game is set up from a mechanic standpoint, like these chaos type factions and chaos like swing down on you. But at the same time, like, I like a challenge and stuff too. But I mean, they can't afford 5 stacks. They can't. Not happening. So that's where I get a little bit frustrated. And like right there, we just lost so much income.
The Empire.
It's kind of ridiculous. Can we defeat these type of stacks if we get up here?
Your demise is certain.
So many chaos chariots. We're gonna have to do something. We can't just let Varg run around up here. And it looks like Bretonia is up in that direction. Let's see if we can get Bretonia interested in fighting these guys with me. I mean, they're at war with... They're not even at war with Varg? How is that possible? How can you not be at war with Varg? Like, everybody's at war with them, basically.
Greetings on behalf of the Empire.
Can you even deal with these guys? You can't even enter diplomacy with them. Yeah, but you can't even enter diplomacy. So like I'm at a loss for words at how Bretonia isn't at war with these people. It's chaos. They're at war with everybody.
Forward.
Military alliance? No. Okay. Defensive alliance. Military access. Okay. Now Bretonia. We have a military access and a defensive alliance. Maybe we have to wait till the next turn to set like a war coordination target with. Well, they're not at war with anybody else.
Let the supplicant come forward.
Please join the war. Can only request this action through the faction's master. Declare war on chaos then. Of course they don't want to join the war against chaos. Dang it, Bretonia, you're worthless. You're gonna sit around while the rest of us do all your work for you. That's what you're gonna do, you bunch of lazy scoundrels. And then I ended up in a swamp over here too. I didn't mean to, and I don't want to take attrition. Really? I can't move at all? Piece of crap. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I'll see you all in the next one. HeirofCarthage signing out for now.